Welcome to the listening room, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my CD collection for the mighty Saxon, formed in Barnsley, England in 1975. One of the leaders of the new wave of British heavy metal. They've been incredibly consistent throughout their entire discography and career, and just I've been listening to all of their albums. I haven't heard all of them yet. I actually just bought a bunch of them recently. It's been a journey to get them all, but I wanted to show you guys my collection, show you guys some of these, and hopefully I'll be doing a ranking pretty soon, considering I'm listening to every single studio album here. So we're gonna start at the beginning. I have every single studio album. I'm gonna pull up their discography over here because they've been releasing studio albums all the way since 1979. So we have a lot of decades to go through. But this is one of the hardest working acts I've ever seen. They have over 20 studio albums, and they are releasing one in 2027 called Gods of Thunder. If that indeed stays, I'm sure it will, but really excited to hear that one coming up. They've just been releasing so many albums. But let's go ahead and get started with the debut. There's so many CDs that I have a huge stack of them right here. We'll start with the debut. 1979, self-titled. Now, I do have this shirt. I'm really fond of this album, but it's not super indicative of what their career would be. It's a lot more mellow, not as hard rockin' as some of them would be later on, but I really do like it. Rainbow theme leading into Frozen Rainbow. Big Teaser's good. Stallions of the Highway, Judgment Day. It's got good stuff on it, and this has a lot of like demos and all that kind of stuff. Maybe live track, yeah, some live B-sides and stuff like that. Apparently it says on the back here, it's widely regarded as the first LP to be released by a new wave of British heavy metal band. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a great record, even though I don't know if a lot of people are super fond of it. I have the Digipack for right now. Never ended up opening it. But I think it's basically the same stuff on here anyway, as well as these digipacks and remasters. This is the 2009 remaster. I don't know how I caught that, but anyway, it's cool anyway, but it's not one of their best, I would say, but we're getting up there definitely with 1980s Wheels of Steel. Now, I had the opportunity to buy an original copy of this. I don't know why I didn't. That opportunity has long since passed from many years ago, well before, probably 2018, I would say. I don't know, honestly, how long ago it's been, but, it's not tragic for sure because of another one I actually bought of theirs. Motorcycle Man, Stand Up and Be Counted, 747, Strangers in the Night is really great. Of course, title track Wheels of Steel is a classic, super great and awesome. Machine Gun, really awesome record. Really enjoy this one a lot. Then they released the second one in 1980, Strong Arm of the Law, which, is another classic. Heavy Metal Thunder, title track, Tell Him Back Again, Dallas 1 p.m. This has good stuff on it. I'm not quite as familiar with it, though. I haven't heard it as much as Wheels of Steel and the next album and a lot of these other ones, but I'm definitely looking forward to hearing this one again and hopefully become familiarizing myself with it more. But next up is their Stone Cold, probably one of their most well-known albums for sure, is Denim and Leather. An excellent record, one of the first records I ever heard from them. Princess of the Night is an awesome way to open the album. Play It Loud and The Band's Played On is one of my favorite Saxon songs ever. Title track, Midnight Rider, Fire in the Sky. Awesome record. But when I was saying earlier that it wasn't a tragedy that I didn't buy Wheels of Steel, even though I'm regretted a little bit, it's not as bad because I did buy Denim and Leather on vinyl, and that is an original LP. So that was really neat. It's a US copy, obviously, but you know, it was between this and Wheels of Steel. So you know, I should have bought both, but in the end, I think I bought the better record in my opinion. Next up, 1983. So they skipped after releasing 2 albums in the same year. They skipped a year. 1983, Power and the Glory. Title track is one of the best album openers ever, in my opinion. Red Line's great. Nightmare, Watching the Sky. Of course, Closer, The Eagles Landed's awesome. Looking forward to potentially hearing some of these bonus tracks and demos and live stuff. It's really great. I do have the digipack over here. I actually opened this one. I don't love digipacks, but I remember these were a lot more accessible and easier to get. They probably still are. Will I keep them or not? Probably not necessarily, but I do have them in my collection so far, so thought I'd go ahead and show them anyway. Next up is 1984's Crusader. Awesome album work there. Of course, the title track is stunning. Absolutely amazing. I will say, though, it definitely outshines the rest of the album, but Sailing to America, Just Let Me Rock is awesome. Rock City is great. Run for Your Lives. I like this album. I don't think it's one of their best ones by any... Well, I don't know if it's one of their... I don't know, actually. We'll find that out, because I haven't listened to every studio album yet, so I don't really know, but should have been opening these, probably. But really great stuff on here, and I do have an original copy right here, which is neat. A lot of these are on EMI records. So yeah, that's great. Then we have Innocence is No Excuse, 1985. Great record. I heard this and I was pretty impressed. Rockin' Again, Back on the Streets, Devil Rides Out is so good. Very memorable. Rock and Roll Gypsy is awesome. Broken Heroes is awesome. Gonna Shout, give it everything you got. Raise Some Hell, excellent record. I really liked this one. Really, really liked it. And then, the CD's probably gonna come out. Honestly, it's broken a little bit on the inside here. Do have an original copy, though. Or I say this original copy. I don't know if it's an original copy. I don't think so. Well, maybe. Maybe not original, but this is a Paris copy. No, this is a 2000 Axe Killer remaster. I wonder, honestly, though, is that the other one? I think the other one is, yeah. So Crusader was an original copy. This is a numbered copy, which is interesting. I didn't know they did any of that with these kinds of CDs, but that's pretty neat. So it's on Axe Killer Records, French copy. Really, really cool. Next up, 1986, Rock the Nations. I enjoyed this one a lot too. Title track is great. Battle Cry is the best on the album, though. It's so good. Very memorable song. One of my favorite Saxon songs up to this point. Waiting for the Night. Running Hot. Empty Promises. Got good stuff on here. I do have 2 other copies of it. I have an unopened digipack version over here. And then it looks like this is an original EMI copy CD. I don't know if they're technically original copies, but they are, because this is the 80s, but whenever these were released, you know. Maybe they are, but I don't know. I will say, though, on these, Chase the Fade is a really good bonus track, in my opinion. I thought it was really memorable and great. Next up is going to be Destiny from 1988. You know, this one was a bit startling to listen to at the very beginning because it's super commercial sounding. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Saxon does well with it. It's got memorable stuff on it, though. I don't let it, like, it's startling at first, but as you listen to it, it's good. I like it a lot. Ride Like the Wind, Where the Lightning Strikes, Calm Before the Storm, SOS, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Great stuff. I really liked it, honestly. It was really great. Destiny 1988. So now that we've done that, I'm going to show you guys something because this is something I noticed on the very, I think one of these, or one or a couple of these, was that it had some kind of design on the inside. So I looked up, got all of the CDs that made up whatever it was, and it formed the eagle and Saxon logo. And I thought that was really neat. I'm trying to straighten it so it looks decent. That's really neat. I thought that was really cool. It formed something here. I don't know. Maybe it does, but I can't tell. I don't know. But anyway, it does form the eagle there. And I thought that was really neat. Really cool detail that I really wish a lot of bands would do. I'm trying to actually finish one other one right now, Judas Priest, the remasters box set. I'm 1 or 2 CDs away from finishing it, so I'm looking forward to showing you guys the spine on that. But next up, 1991. So they skipped a few years here. Solid Ball of Rock. I thought this one was 1990. Yeah, this is 1990. I don't know why this... That says 1991. No, it's not correct. So this is 1990. Solid Ball of Rock. I haven't heard too much of this one. Title track was good. Requiem will remember. Well, actually, I've heard the whole album. What am I thinking of? The next one I haven't heard. Baptism of Fire, Overture in B minor, Altar of the Gods, Bavarian Rhapsody. Good stuff. This one was good. I liked it. I'm going to need to listen to it again for the ranking, but, you know, looking forward to going through this discography again and continuing to listen to stuff. I haven't. 1992, if this is, I think that's correct. Forever Free. Probably their worst album cover. And the debut, honestly, probably isn't best, but, you know, I thought this one was worse. Honestly, that back cover right there. Could have been a good album cover, Forever Free. Haven't heard really anything on it yet, though. So it's Steamhammer. It's a 2002 reissue, it looks like. But looking forward to hearing it. This one was never opened. So we'll see how it goes. Dogs of War is next, 1995. They did skip a few years here. Hard to see it. Another SPV reissue. Able to get a bunch of things on SPV. Cool looking CD with that orange on it, though. I haven't heard it. It's one of those that I still have yet to catch up on. A lot of these 90s ones I haven't heard. Pretty much all of the 90s ones I haven't heard. Solid Ball of Rock is the first one of the 90s that I listened to. So we'll see. I'm sure they're good. Saxon's discography is incredibly consistent. Hello. There it goes. That was not loading, focusing correctly. Unleash the Beast from 1997 is next. I have not heard it again, but I look forward to it. It's got really cool names on here. So yeah, there's that. 1999, final album from the 90s, Metalhead. Really cool artwork there. Been fascinated by that for a little bit. Again, looking forward to hearing these 90s Saxon albums. A lot of bands in the 80s didn't do well in the 90s, but I haven't heard really any complaints from anybody, honestly. I've heard complaints from the late 80s, which I like the late 80s albums, but not really anything else, so we'll see. They entered the 2000s, 2001 hits, Killing Ground. I've heard a part of it. I like the first 4 songs, like what I've heard. Killing Ground, Court of the Crimson King, great. Coming Home. Coming Home, honestly, was good. Really good. So yeah, good stuff. Whoops. Looking forward to hearing this one all the way through, for sure. Okay, so the next album is honestly what started this whole collecting business. I wanted, I'd heard a little bit of this next album before I got it, so I bought it on CD, and I was like, I want to collect the rest of the Saxon albums. And so that kind of started this whole thing. I'd had a lot of the other ones, a lot of the earlier ones in various form, but anyway, Lionheart. Focus. There we go, camera. Man, what a great album. 2004. So arguably this is the start of their what I've heard a lot of people say, this is the start of their like resurgence of sorts. Not that they were necessarily bad, but they really packed a punch starting with this one, and they haven't let off the brakes since, which I can kind of hear because I've heard most of these albums from here on. Witchfinder General is an awesome opener. Man and Machine, The Return, Lionheart title track is so good. Might be my favorite Saxon song of all time. If not, it's top 3 minimum. Justice is good. Searching for Atlantis is so good. Wow, that's a good song. And Flying on the Edge is a good closer, but man, what a killer album this is. Just Saxon, where most bands at this late in their career would not have been able to do what they did. And I would say them and Priest are probably the best late career ones, although Priest has only had 3 really solid albums up to this point. Saxon's about to have like 10 straight here. Maybe not 10, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. But if Gods of Thunder is good, then that'll be 10 in a row, where they're like ridiculously solid killer punches. But everything that I've heard so far has been incredible. Just have to hear the 90s pretty much. I ramble on. The Inner Sanctum from 2007 is next. This one surprised me. I didn't know if this one was going to be good or not. Hadn't really heard anybody say much about this album. This one's really good. It's actually really good. State of Grace, Need for Speed, I've Got a Rock to Stay Alive, Going Nowhere Fast, Ashes to Ashes, Empire, Rising, and Till the Hunt are awesome. Awesome last 3 songs. Great record. Very memorable. Very good. And then this is one I actually really haven't heard, Into the Labyrinth from 2009. This one's the only one that I pretty much haven't heard. So I've heard a few of them. Demon Sweeney Todd's good, Valley of the Kings, Battalions of Steel is a good opener, and Live to Rock. I've heard the first half of it. I think I've heard the whole thing, but I really remember the first 4 or 5 songs. So looking forward to hearing it again. Call to Arms was released in 2011, so another decade in. Hammer of the Gods, Surviving Against the Odds, Mists of Avalon's really good. Title track back in 79. Good stuff. Need to listen to the last half of it again. I'm looking forward to hearing Call to Arms orchestral version, but you know, we'll see. So good stuff on here. I'm out of order. Oh wait, no, I'm not. 2013 Sacrifice. Title track's good. Made in Belfast is awesome. Warriors on the Road's good. Guardians of the Tomb, memorable. Night of the Wolf's awesome. Wheels of Terror's good. Standing in Queue is good closer. Great stuff again. Battering Ram 2015. This one I haven't heard all the way. I don't think either. Or if I have, it was on. Wow, that's dark. Anyway. I can't even really read that myself. Battering Ram is good. Devil's Footprint is good. Queen of Hearts, good. Eye of the Storm's good. Gonna have to listen to the rest. That's really dark. Good stuff though. Don't know why they didn't make that any brighter. I'm also in a darker room, but I can also see stuff a lot better. It's just really dark. But that's okay. It's what's inside that counts. Thunderbolt 2018. Awesome. Awesome record. These next three are really good. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how high they rank in when I'm doing the whole discography. Olympus Rising title track is really good and memorable. Secret of Flight, Nosferatu, The Vampire's Waltz is really great. Sons of Odin. Just Speed Merchants. Awesome record. Really great album cover. It's going to be interesting where these three land, honestly, because any one of these three, if I were to rank these three, any one of them could be number one at any given moment. Probably just depends on what I'm listening to at the moment. Carpe Diem 2022. Oh boy, did this album pack a punch. Took me a little bit to get into it, but when I did, man, whew, so good. Title track, Carpe Diem Seize the Day is amazing. Age of Steam, memorable, awesome. The Pilgrimage, slower, melodic, awesome. Dam Busters is great. Supernova, Lady in Grey, Black as the Night, Living on the Limit. Just crushing album. Looking forward to hearing it again as I look at that. This album came out, I bought it. It was one of my favorites from 2024. Hellfire and Damnation. Have the Digipeg. This is one of my earliest Saxon records. Probably going to keep this. Just simply because it was one of the first ones, and I absolutely loved it when it came out. Listened to it quite a lot. Along with Judas Priest's Invincible Shield, which is my favorite of that year. But this one came second. Only because Invincible Shield is one of my favorite Priest albums. It's that good. This is one of my favorite Saxon albums, though, up to this point. Hellfire and Damnation title track. Madame Guillotine, super memorable. Fire and Steel, super memorable. Something from Roswell's great. Kubla Khan and the Merchant of Venice. Pirates Have the Airwave is super cool. It's memorable, but it's also a song about the new wave of British heavy metal on the radio. Supercharger. So good. Man, what a killer. Great album artwork. Really awesome. So that's basically it. Somehow, but what I don't have and I do want to get are The Eagle Has Landed Part 1 and Part 3. But what I do have is Part 2. I don't know how, but I have Part 2. I don't know how I don't have Part 1. Part 3 came out a couple years ago, I think. But it's live tracks and stuff, so this has 2 discs. Where does that come out? Oh, it comes out there. There's Band. This came out in 1998. This has a lot of the 90s stuff on here, so I'm not really familiar with anything on here. It has Intro, Warlord, Dogs of War, Forever Free, Requiem, Crusader, Light in the Sky, Iron Wheels, Ain't Gonna Take It, Crash Dive and Refugee on disc 1. Second disc, Solid Ball of Rock, Great White Buffalo, The Eagles, Land and Princess of the Night, Can't Stop Rockin', Denim and Leather, Wheels of Steel, and Demolition Alley. Well, Wheels of Steel, Demolition Alley's combined for almost 13 minutes. Really cool stuff that it looks like. It's got good, cool stuff on it. All the other stuff on here I'm looking forward to hearing. So yeah, really grateful for you all watching all the way through. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more. Looking forward to listening to Saxon and doing their ranking. That's probably the one I'm most in progress of right now. Probably gonna do some more, rankings of like the 70s, 80s, 90s albums of various bands. It's been fun to do it, or and also favorite album of the decade videos. I'm looking forward to doing more of those. So stay tuned, and I'm grateful for you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.